obviously don't like a situation like this where students, parents, and staff of a school bus are put into danger.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5.
Some scary moments for a Tri-City area school bus driver as a 23-year-old man apparently tries to hijack the bus.
Plus, new details in Wednesday night's shooting investigation near Columbia Center Mall in Kennewick.
Also ahead, the city of Yakima is introducing new graffiti-resistant trash cans.
And Stacy is here in our First Alert Weather Center.
A little bit overcast today, but overall a pleasant day. I'll tell you the weather coming up for the weekend. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Thursday night, good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman.
First at 5 tonight, officers from the Kennewick Police Department responded to an attempted school bus theft just after 8 o'clock this morning. It happened right here on Volland. KPD says 23-year-old David Corona entered a KSD bus as the driver was picking up the first student. They say Corona sat behind the driver, who quickly got off the bus. The man then moved to the driver's seat. Officials say he waved a parent, student, and the bus driver to get back onto the bus, but they did not and started walking away. That's when Corona got off the bus and started following the group for several minutes before changing directions. Police arrested him for attempted vehicle theft and booked him into the Benton County Jail.
Yeah, so he was booked on attempted motor vehicle theft. It's important to note that we take a zero tolerance approach to anybody that is putting our students, staff, or parents at risk around our schools or our school buses, and that approach won't change.
Police say they do not yet know his motive, but suspect there may be a mental health component.
2 more bus incidents happened this morning, these from Pendleton. School administrators say a driver experienced a medical emergency on Route 13, but was able to pull over safely and contact emergency medical services. Another driver stepped in to take those students to school. In a separate incident, a bus got rear-ended by a car on Route 16. Thankfully, no reports of any students hurt. They were moved onto 2 other buses to get them to school.
New tonight from the Yakima County Sheriff's Office, a volunteer youth pastor has been arrested for sex offenses. Detectives have arrested a 32-year-old man from the Sunnyside area for multiple offenses involving a minor teenage child. The man is a volunteer youth group leader in a Lower Valley church. The victim disclosed the sex offenses to adults who then reported them to YCSO. Detectives arrested the man at his home, and during an interview, he admitted the teenager had been to his house many times, but denied all allegations of sexual contact. The suspect was booked into the county jail.
The Kennewick Fire Department had a busy start this morning after a house caught fire. Fire crews were dispatched to a home in the 9400 block of West 9th Place after smoke was seen coming from the home. Fire crews used a chainsaw to cut a hole in the garage door. They were seen throwing charred household items onto the yard while spraying water onto the flames. Right now, officials have not released the cause of this fire. No reports, though, of anyone hurt. Another fire breaking out later in the morning, this one around 11 o'clock. It was at a 2-story home on the 700 block of 6th Avenue in East Kennewick. Apple Valley News Now was the only local news station at the scene. Multiple fire trucks and Kennewick police were there. KPD told us it was an electrical fire. No one was hurt. The investigation into this one continues. The Washington Department of Ecology is extending a drought emergency for a 3rd consecutive year in central Washington. It is also issuing a drought advisory for north central Washington and parts of the Puget Sound region. Back-to-back droughts in 2023 and 2024 took their toll on upper Yakima, lower Yakima, and Natchez watersheds, causing significant deficits in precipitation and soil moisture. Although snowpack in the watersheds is now at near normal levels for this time of year, the department says there won't be enough spring spring runoff to replenish reservoirs and rejuvenate the soil.
Well, the day started off pretty nice, but then took a turn by the afternoon.
Yeah, a little bit. So let's check in with Stacy Lee and see what is in store for tonight. Hey there, Stacy.
Get ready for the winds, but overall been a pretty calm day today, a little overcast, so we didn't quite get as warm. Hey, look, the ship is in port at Howard Amon. Good to see that. 68 degrees. We were thinking we would hit 70, 73 or so degrees, but not quite because of that cloud cover out there. Temperatures around the area still pretty warm, though. It's 71 at Hanford, 68 Hermiston, 65 in Yakima. The big news is winds, and we're going to see these winds start to gust, and they're already picking up tonight in the Yakima Valley, Kittitas Valley, and some of our mountain areas. So be prepared for strong gusty winds tonight and for the next several days. Temperatures are going to be fairly mild tonight, down in the 40s. So, but expect these temperatures also to stop dropping. Sneak peek at your weekend forecast. We'll have temperatures dropping down to 59 with windy conditions in Yakima. Tri-Cities pretty mild this weekend, but those breezy winds continue tomorrow and Saturday. In Walla Walla, it gets kind of cool there, 57 degrees with those overnight lows at 34. And in Hermiston, look for temperatures kind of staying in the 60s. So the big takeaway, of course, is these overnight lows are going to be dropping right around the freezing level on Saturday night. So watch those plants if you just planted your garden. Austin, Wendy.
Thank you, Stacy. Kennewick police say a shooting that happened Wednesday night during rush hour traffic was all over an attempted robbery. It left one teen in the hospital and two others under arrest. 18-year-old Noah Sanchez and 19-year-old Shaden Sullivan, both of Franklin County, were arrested on suspicion of multiple charges, including drive-by shooting and assault. According to KPD, Sanchez and Sullivan were attempting to buy a gun from three teens in a parking lot near the Columbia Center Mall when the teens took the cash and then took off. Investigators say that's when Sanchez and Sullivan drove after them, opened fire on the vehicle, and one of the teens was shot. The teens drove to Fire Station 72 at the corner of Gage and Keene in Richland with Sanchez and Sullivan following. Authorities say when fire personnel began coming out of the station, Sanchez and Sullivan drove away only to be stopped by Richland police in the 400 block of Keene Road. Right now, the teen who was shot remains in the hospital. After searching both vehicles, authorities say they found a stolen gun in the teen's car and another gun in the car driven by Sanchez and Sullivan. KPD says more charges for the people involved are coming.
Yeah, we're currently in the process of executing search warrants for that investigation. We'll be able to release more information as our detectives proceed in the investigation.
Make sure you stay with Apple Valley News now for late-breaking updates here. We do expect new details later tonight or possibly tomorrow.
In-person only attendance is now required for Superior Court matters in both Benton and Franklin counties. That's because someone misused their permissions to display inappropriate contact and content from their personal camera and microphone. It first happened in Franklin County on Tuesday, then in Benton County Wednesday. The activity displayed was immediately shut off and the interruption to court remained brief. Officials say both incidents do not constitute a cybersecurity hack. IT departments are now working with Superior Court administration to prevent future public participant misuse of WebEx.
In the Tri-Cities, the weather isn't the only thing turning around, so are a couple of construction sites. The first Chick-fil-A in our region is making a tight deadline. Our team went to the site to see what was left of the fast food chain that many have been waiting for. We spoke to the construction owner of Almond Asphalt, and he says they are set to finish the restaurant pavement by the end of today. After that, he says left on the list of things to do is the landscaping and stripping. The Almond Asphalt construction owner also says the inside work is also near completion. The owner says teamwork has been key for his team to meet their end of the month construction completion.
Just the other subs that we have here, the communication, the level of communication is important, and it's very good here. ESI runs a tight ship, and they've got great subcontractors, and we all work together. We're a team.
The asphalt owner says he's looking forward to trying Chick-fil-A for the very first time once those doors open. And then over in the Richland area, the Tri-City's second Costco location is also seeing some progress. The Costco, the city of Richland says, is set to be more than 180,000 square feet. The city also says they're in the grading side of construction, which consists of making the area flat and having it prepared for all of the infrastructure needs. Now, currently, some of the walls are starting to go up, although some shoppers might be excited to see the second Costco location coming soon. The city says they're also excited about the job opportunities this store will bring.
A lot of additional amenities and connectedness, and I think will lead to the remaining properties up in the Queensgate City View area continuing to build out. They're a large attractor for major retail, and so I think that we'll only see continued growth based on their location and success.
As of right now, the city of Richland says everything is on track on their end, and they expect to have the Costco ready by August this summer.
Well, in the legislature, the Washington State House has taken a major step toward addressing skyrocketing housing costs. House Bill 1217 would cap rent increases at 7% per year. The bill would also require landlords to give more notice before changing rates and put limits on move-in and late fees. Supporters say rent stabilization would offer immediate and long-term relief to renters while still allowing landlords to reset rent for new tenants.
Rent stabilization is a critical policy for the state and is a high priority for the Housing Alliance because we have been hearing from manufactured homeowners and renters and landlords across the state that rent increases are too high, that they're excessive, and that they're unnecessary.
Not everyone is on board. Opponents argue the bill could have unintended consequences, like driving rents up and making homelessness even worse. The bill has cleared the Senate committee. If passed, it would apply to both traditional rentals and manufactured homes and would go into effect immediately thanks to an emergency clause. New tonight, the city of Yakima have unveiled graffiti-resistant and tamper-proof trash cans. This was during a ribbon-cutting ceremony held in downtown. The theme is Keep Yakima Beautiful. The project has been in the works for over 6 months. The city, along with the Yakima Arts Commission, worked together to come up with this idea.
Essentially, these garbage cans, they're resistant to graffiti and they're resistant to damage. We asked them to use agriculture or nature or things that really reflected where we live. And so we got some great submissions. We brought in some excitement to participating with community artists.
Right now, there are only 2 cans, but more will be coming. The Arts Commission says they are still accepting submissions until April 15th for other designs. A $250 stipend will be offered if your artwork is picked. The news at 5 is just getting started. Need a new job. One local fire agency is hiring.
Plus, a deadly helicopter crash caught on camera in New York City. We will have the very latest on what happened here.
And Stacy will return. She'll have a look at your full First Alert weather forecast. Stay with us.
At Floor & Home, we know how important it is for everyone to have a safe place. That's why we've partnered with the Boys and Girls Club between now and April 15th by donating a portion of our sales. Love the home and community you live in.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $4,500 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Attention viewers! Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday, April 12th at 5:30 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time on Easter Sunday, April 20th at 9 a.m.
Are you suffering with foot pain? Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is board certified and now accepting new patients. His services include arthroscopic ankle surgery, foot and ankle fractures, heel pain, diabetic foot care, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Clifford or learn more about podiatry services at Prosser Orthopedic Center, call 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org.
Who's Alex? Hey, pal. You know who's,
See you, Dad. Happy birthday, Alex. That's so sweet. You remembered.
It's all about connecting with seamless connectivity from Spectrum.
We're here with what's new this morning.
And what's next for you? Because we're on all morning long.
Put some good in your morning with the #1 most watched morning TV station in town.
Good morning, America.
And Good Morning Northwest.
At Florin Home, we know how important it is for everyone to have a safe place. That's why we've partnered with the Boys and Girls Club between now and April 15th by donating a portion of our sales. Love the home and community you live in.
The Seattle Kraken meet Las Vegas live in the desert tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
New York City police responding to a helicopter crash in the Hudson River in New York City this afternoon where all 6 passengers on board died.
The helicopter was carrying 3 adults and 3 children, including the pilot. 4 were pronounced dead at the scene, 2 others taken to the hospital. The passengers were tourists from Spain. The NTSB and the FAA are investigating. The Pendleton Fire and EMS is looking to hire new crew members. They are aiming to hire 5 new employees. The positions are firefighter paramedic positions. Some of the requirements, the Assistant Chief of Operations and Training says you must be 21 or older, have a high school diploma or GED, or this.
Have an associate's degree, preferably in fire science or emergency medical services, and currently or by time of appointment will have a Oregon paramedic license or be eligible for reciprocity for an Oregon paramedic license.
To apply, find the application on the City of Pendleton's website. The deadline is the end of the month.
After a several-year hiatus, the Merrill Scott Symposium, hosted by Sundown M Ranch, is back and with a powerful keynote speaker. Former Major League Baseball player and manager Clint Hurdle, best known for leading the Colorado Rockies to their first World Series appearance, will headline the event. This kicks off tonight at 7 at the Yakima Convention Center. Our Dan Hansen is there right now. He'll have a full recap for you tomorrow on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Now we'll take a live look in the Yakima Valley. We're seeing those clouds. We've got some showers falling in the Cascades. 65 degrees. The cloud cover kept us a little cooler than we anticipated, and we are going to see some breezy and gusty winds. We're already seeing those pick up in the Yakima Valley. Temperatures are mild around the area, 70 degrees. The warm spot right now in Sunnyside. Everybody else in those upper 60s. Futurecast winds. Let's talk about that. That's the big weather story as we go into tonight and tomorrow. Look for those blustery winds, especially in our mountain passes, Columbia River Gorge, and then eventually into the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities. We'll be seeing those winds picking up. Now, as we get to the overnight hours, things calm down, but expect those winds to pick back up later in the day. So calming around 7 or 8, picking up later in the afternoon. Expect very windy conditions in the Kittitas Valley. Here's our first alert radar. There's the showers again hanging out on top of the Cascades. Anything that slides across that's left might run through the area. A stray shower right now in Ellensburg. So overall, a dry night. This is the weather pattern on top of us, and that's going to be changing as we get into tomorrow. So Thursday, that's today, that's moving on out. A little bit of a moisture up here in the Olympic Peninsula, up in the Cascades to the north. And then we have a slight chance of some light snow showers in our upper elevations. But we have a cold front also moving in, and it's important to mention this because a lot of us have have just planted our gardens, and some areas are going to get down to the frosty levels as you move into Friday night, Saturday morning. So be prepared for that, and also Saturday night into Sunday. Futurecast is showing those showers staying mainly to the east of the Tri-Cities. We could see a couple of sprinkles in Walla Walla and Dayton, but overall, once that system moves through the area, we'll have clearing skies for our Friday, looking pretty good out there. Those clouds will start to move in, especially along the foothills tomorrow afternoon in the Walla Walla area. Tonight, our temperatures are going to be down in the 40s, well above that freezing level, but those overnight lows will start to get cooler. Now, if you want warm weather, you need to head south. Look at this. We're going to see very, very high temperatures all in the West Coast, but not in the Pacific Northwest. Temperatures this weekend in Seattle staying down in the 50s. Going ahead to Portland, we'll see temperatures there in the 50s and 60s over the weekend. And if you're heading up to the Spokane area, temperatures also 50s, 60s, where we could see some showers. Let's take a peek at our 7-day planning forecast. There's those gusty winds. The good news is, take a peek at next week. We'll see those temperatures back up into the 70s. Here's what it's looking like in Yakima. Ellensburg also, there's those chilly overnight lows down and around the freezing level, but it won't stay there for long. You might want to cover up some of those new plantings in your garden. Walla Walla also will stay just above freezing, but cooling down there as well. And here's what it looks like in Hermiston. So takeaway is transitioning weather once again, but not bad. Not a ton going on.
No, and I mean, as we're getting warmer, it can be up and down and all around in spring. That's just kind of how it goes.
It's the spring roller coaster ride, is what I like to call it.
And that is very true.
That is true, yeah.
Buckle up.
All right, Stacey, thank you. We are going to take a quick break, but we'll have the spotlight up next.
Springtime in the awesome Palouse. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville Hot Sweet Heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $5.99. Tastes good to go country. Gets so much more. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today at our brand new location on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains. We turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Brian Smith.
And I'm attorney Megan Hale. Thank you for voting us Yakima's first choice for personal injury, civil law, and best overall law firm.
We are honored and grateful to be part of this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Are you suffering with foot pain? Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is board certified and now accepting new patients. His services include arthroscopic ankle surgery, foot and ankle fractures, heel pain, diabetic foot care, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Clifford or learn more about podiatry services at Prosser Orthopedic Center, call 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org.
It's time to unveil my $4.99 jumbo breakfast platter with French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs. Man, that thing's still going. Uh-oh. Get so much more. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Weeknights at 5, I bring you the spotlight. Tonight, 4 staff members from McClintock STEM Elementary in Pasco were honored with North Star Awards just recently. Congratulations to recipients Mark Garza, the PE teacher, first grade teacher Lisa Albertson, 5th grade dual language teacher Christian Gonzalez, and para-educator Kim Holdeman, who were all recognized for their impact and strong dedication to students. Congrats to all of them. Have an idea for the spotlight? Send me an email, areed@applevalleyNewsNow.com. Stacy's up next. Stay with us.
The Seattle Kraken meet Las Vegas live in the desert tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing, you pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Walla Walla Sweets Baseball has been a beacon of our community's spirit for 14 seasons. But behind every swing and every catch lies the question, where do our players call home during the season? The answer is simple. With you, our incredible host families. It's more than just housing a player. It's about becoming part of their journey. Watching our boys chase their dreams is incredibly rewarding. Become a host family and be part of something bigger than the game. Together, we are Walla Walla Sweets.
At US Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great deal on the phone you want and the phone plan that's right for you.
You can get both. 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
Wow, kids, that's like us not having to choose between tickets to wrestling or that puppet musical.
We want a great phone and a great plan too, don't we, little guy?
Get both. 4 free phones of your choice plus 4 lines for $90. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business. We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV,
we make camping fun!
It's springtime in one of the most magical places in the Northwest.
There's a great variety down there just because there's not only the landscape, there's always that sense of history in every one of those small communities.
The Palouse on Fly the Northwest.
There's something very personal about it.
Apple Valley News Now at 6, Tuesday.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, it's Friday, so we'll be telling you what local events you can check out in the area. Plus, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your weather forecast for the weekend. We'll see you here Friday morning from 5 to 7.
And welcome back. We look forward to our viewer photo of the day. Keep them coming, guys. I love your viewer photos. Come take a look at your screen right now. We had a doozy from our friend Alan. He likes to get out in the morning, and look at how beautiful that is in Richland. Such a beautiful shot. Thank you, Alan. QR code right side of your screen, or simply go to applevalleyNewsNow.com. Click on the weather tab. All right, let's look at your day tomorrow weather-wise. Temperatures are pretty mild, and overall mild day. The only thing you're going to be dealing with are some breezy to gusty winds, especially Friday into Saturday. Now, Friday night also be looking for temperatures to get rather on the chilly side, where we could see some of us getting down to that freezing level, folks there in Yakima and Ellensburg especially. So if you just planted these gardens, you might want to take a little extra care with those over the weekend. Let's take a look at Walla Walla and Hermiston. A little bit warmer there overnight, but still cooling down in some of our areas. So yeah, that's the big takeaway. Just a little bit of wind and overall maybe a few mountain snowflakes, but looking pretty good.
All right, and take care of those plants.
Yep.
That'll do it for us. Thanks so much for joining us here for the news at 5.
Yeah, hoping near news is good news. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.